Hey, how's everybody doing today? My name's Robert Bollier. I'm with Hampstead Fire, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about fire prevention, specifically grill fires. That's the topic I chose. We recently had a 4 unit townhouse that was heavily damaged by fire due to somebody keeping a grill up on a deck a little too close to the house. So we're gonna talk about that today. But before we get into that, I did want to touch upon some real basic topics. Wanted to get into smoke detectors a little bit. Everybody, I'm sure, should have one in their home, more than one, really. Super simple. The way it should work is you should have one in each bedroom, one in the main area near the kitchen, and they should all talk to each other. They should be interconnected. So the way you can tell is if you go pull them down, there should be wires coming down from the ceiling into the detector. Um, Although they do have power going to them, you want to make sure you're changing the batteries out every 6 months. So every time the clocks change, you want to you want to make sure you're changing out the batteries in those. Real easy 9-volt battery. You pop the old one out, put the new one in, close it, and then you just click it back up into the ceiling. Nothing complicated there, but super important. You know, if you're sleeping and a fire were to start, that's what's going to wake you up and get you out of the house. But anyways, we'll get into the topic at hand: grill fires. So, approximately 12% of the grills used in the United States are charcoal, and 84% of them are propane or gas grills. Propane grills have a tendency to cause most of the damage. They have a higher chance of malfunctioning due to all the hoses and the components involved in them, whereas charcoal grills are a little easier to manage. Obviously, if you put them too close to your house, they're going to get hot, heat up, and possibly catch your house on fire, even with charcoal. But generally, they're a lot safer than the propane grills. And between 2014 and 2018, there was approximately 10,600 fires that were caused by grills. That equates to 10 deaths, 160 injuries, and $149 million worth of damage. Some of the best ways that we can go about preventing these grill fires is first and foremost, we want to make sure that we're keeping them away from our house. I know you'll see them a lot of times. You'll see them on decks right up against the railing, or sometimes they'll put them under overhangs right up against the house. The problem with that is if they do catch on fire, they're going to heat up. They're going to heat up that structure. That structure is going to catch. It's going to go up into the eaves, the roof of the house, and just going to go from there. So keeping them away from your house is the easiest way to prevent that. Another way that we can look at preventing that is cleaning your grills, keeping them clean. You get that cook burgers. I mean, who doesn't love to cook burgers on a nice warm summer day? It's great. I do it all the time, but we got to make sure we're keeping our grills clean, because the buildup of grease inside the grill will eventually heat up and catch on fire, and that can cause it to catch an adjacent structure on fire if you're keeping it too close. They're typically, as long as, if you have it out in the middle of the yard, you're not going to have any issues, but you might be in for a new paint job in the grill. That being said, approximately 29% of grill fires are caused by grills not being cleaned. Let me see. We got a few more little tidbits of information here for you. If I miss anything, please let me know. I would be happy to look into it for you and give you some more facts. Yes, another important one. We want to make sure that when we are cooking on the grill, we are always attending it. I know it's easy to get distracted. I mean, I have 2 kids. They're always running around the yard, going crazy. Some, always trying to run, chase after a ball, going to the street. You got to go catch them. But you gotta make sure you're attending to that grill, because that's Murphy's Law. That's when it's gonna light up and cause a problem. So overall, I mean, grills are great. I cook on a grill almost every weekend. We just got to be safe and smart about it, and again, most importantly, we keep them away from the house. And if it does catch say doesn't go, doesn't get put out. You run on the charcoal, it does happen to catch. You get the smoke detectors in the house, hopefully wake you up if you're sleeping. So, but that's my spiel about grills today. If anybody has any questions for me, again, please feel free to ask them. I'd be happy to answer it. If I don't know the answer, I'd be happy to look it up and find out for you. Okay. So now that we've talked about grills, I'm going to take you for a little tour. Give you a couple examples of what I'm talking about. So if you want to walk with me, I'd be happy to show you. So first we're going to start with the gas grill. Uses propane a lot of times, and the problem with that is sometimes the canisters can leak. Not often, but it could happen. But the biggest thing you want to look for when you're dealing with a gas grill, you want to check your hoses. So you can see that. It comes off the propane canister there. You want to check that for any leaks. Make sure that the vinyl hasn't worn away. So you'll turn it on. See if you hear anything. I don't hear anything. That's fine. So. Again, I'd show you the grease catch. You want to make sure that's clean. Mine hasn't been used in a while, so it's obviously clean. It's a little dirty, been sitting on the ground, but basic stuff. You want to make sure, like I said, the grill's clean. Charcoal grill, a little different. If you can see that here, charcoal sits at the bottom. You light it up, heats up. Real simple. Nothing can really go wrong with that as long as you're keeping an eye on it. So I hope that was helpful. All right. Thank you.